God Games, episode 24. In this episode, I show you all the games that I bought since last time. So, since everybody's going crazy right now on the Xbox, I kept my eye on other stuff, and I really found some cool stuff. So, without further ado, let's go straight into it. Found for the Dreamcast 2 amazing games, and nostalgia is gonna go over 9,000 with this one. It's Sonic Adventure 2. Anyone who played Dreamcast or owned a Dreamcast has most likely owned or played this game. An absolutely fantastic jewel. Let me go through the manual. Absolutely fantastic game. One of my favorite Dreamcast games. Found this on eBay as an auction, but the seller had the buy it now option for $69.99, and I just bought it. I think the price is fair, considering this game is listed mostly for over $100 on eBay. So I was like, yeah, let me grab it. Yeah, pure nostalgia with this game, especially the first level when you're skating through the streets with Sonic. Beautiful. And the disc. 10th anniversary. I bought this game last year for the GameCube for $5 without manual, and that was a really good price, but I really wanted to have this for the Dreamcast. So Sonic Adventure 2. Phantasy Star Online version 2. This was my very first online experience. I think the very first game was like version 1. My very first game that I played online, and I remember this was a really Sonic Adventure 2. Fantastic experience. I'm not sure. I think people are still playing it through emulator, but for me, this was my very first experience. So in this game, you create your character, and you can choose between different classes, and then you enter dungeons, and you kill enemies. And when you play online, you can team up to 4 players, and then you can enter the dungeons. And yeah, it was a really cool game. And yeah, like I said, my first experience, so I needed this for my Dreamcast collection as well, so got that one too. Got an entire trilogy set from the Siphon Filter series. I got part 1, I got part 2, and I got part 3, and they are all complete. And Siphon Filter is a game that I played back on the PS1. And I haven't played since, and the last time I played them, that has been ages ago. So all I know is that people are complaining about the second game because apparently it has some infamous stealth missions. But I try to think back because my memory is kind of foggy after not playing it for so many years. I really cannot remember that the stealth missions of those games were so messed up. I mean, I'm gonna play those games regardless. I want to play all those 3 games, and I'm gonna check out and find out for myself. Like I said, complete with manual. The third game I have never played because this game came out when the PS2 was already released, and I was already playing PS2 games. So yeah, I'm gonna play it now. This one includes another, like a gun book or something, a weapons guide. Yeah. I thought that was it. So yeah, I'm not sure. I never played the third game, but like I said, I'm gonna play them all 3 now. So yeah. The next game is also for the PS1. It's SmackDown Know Your Role. I have this game already, but I have it as a greatest hits, and I was looking for a black label. Because I don't have anything against greatest hits. I just prefer to have black label since all the games that I have are black label, and having one greatest hits game on your collection is like a thorn in your eye. So yeah, and SmackDown 2 is not really a heavy hitter also. So so yeah, I'm gonna exchange it for the greatest hits game. Even though I play mostly when I play wrestling games, SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain or No Mercy. But so yeah, for the PS2, I have Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi. If you have watched my previous pickup videos, you have seen that I picked Tenkaichi 2, and 2 years ago I picked up Tenkaichi 3 So I got the most expensive Budokai games out of the way, and I decided, you know what, let me go for a full Budokai set for the PS2 because they are really amazing, those games. And you know, I wanted to have all those Budokai games in my collection. There are certainly more Dragon Ball Z games for the PS2, but the Budokai games are definitely the best ones. Now, Tenkaichi 1 and Tenkaichi 2 and Budokai 2 were the games that I not really have played that much. I played mostly Budokai 3, the first Budokai, the third Budokai, and Tenkaichi 3. Those were the games that I played the most. But yeah, and with this one now I have the full set. I bought this game a few weeks back, and when I got this game I really got excited and I recorded my PS2 collection video, which by the way I've uploaded, so if you have watched that, check it out. The link is in the description box. And I also uploaded my PS1 collection video, so if you want to see what video games I have, check out those collection videos. So the next game is for the PS3, and that is Lollipop Chainsaw. It's a game that I had originally on the 360, and I sold it, and now I actually want to buy it again for the 360. But if you follow the market, you know what's going on right now. The 360 market has exploded, and I've been collecting games for over 10 years. All I have to say is I've been experiencing a lot of hypes and downs with the prices, a lot of trends, a lot of hype, and I suggest to anyone just to let it cool off, you know, let us just chill for a few months, because at the moment it's really right now really totally hyped, and it's just also absurd because games that were expensive already had like $100 price tag on them because they never were in the digital market. Now because the digital market closed, they got an extra hype, and everything is so pricey these days. Like I said, it's just like I suggest don't jump on this hype train because it's a one-way ticket to empty wallet city, and you're gonna end up completely frustrated. I know it's really easy to get hyped because of the YouTube videos, the pickup videos, and everybody has stacks of Xbox 360 games, but I mean, the last decade, nobody cared for the 360, you know, and all of a sudden because the digital store closes, you know, prices are going through the roof, you know, especially with the games that were not in the digital market in the first place, you know. So it doesn't make much sense. Let it cool off, you know, chill, wait a little, you know, play the games you have, maybe focus on other things if you collect for all the consoles like I do, and come back later when the price have been stabilized a little. That's all I have to say about that thing. No, the game itself is a hack and slash game. It's very popular. It's great. It's a lot of humorous elements. The developers, I believe, they have announced like a remake, but then kind of like track back on that. Now it's kind of like a remaster in the makings, but I haven't heard for a while what they're doing. But yeah, Lollipop Chainsaw is a great game, and I got it for the PS3. FIFA 17. I got FIFA 18 and 19 not that long ago on the flea market for $5 each. That was great. This one cost me $7.99, so I paid for this even more than the most expensive games from the FIFA series on PS3. And yeah, FIFA 17 is gameplay wise the last updated game. 18, 19 are just updated rosters. So 1st of June, we're gonna see if this team is gonna make it or not. I'm a Real Madrid fan, and I support Real Madrid. I'm gonna root for Real Madrid. But if Real Madrid loses to Dortmund, respect, because I think this guy deserves it. Now let's go over to the PS4 games. And I would never imagine that I would find this game. Well, I actually didn't. It was a friend of mine. It's Fortnite for the PS4. I said it in my collection videos, and I have a friend that he checks out the flea markets in different regions and cities, and he found this game and he bought it just as a joke, but I told him that this game is actually some crazy value. It can go on eBay used for 70, some 80, and if the game is brand new and sealed, it can go up to 200, 300. Even though the game is kind of useless, if you put the game disc on your PlayStation, it will automatically hook up with the servers and download the version that everybody's playing for free. And if you install this game without internet connection, you're gonna end up being in this loophole of error messages, you know. So it's kind of useless, but you know, the game is very popular, especially amongst younger generations, and they have kind of like a nostalgia already with this game. So that makes this game kind of like collectible in a way. And so yeah, like I said, it's just kind of like just a collectible thing really for the collection. And so yeah, like I said, it has some value. And so yeah, LA Noire. This is one of my favorite PlayStation 3 games. I have played this game 2 times. I bought back then all the DLCs. Fantastic game. I really love the detective thriller and noir movies, and this game is fantastic. It has aged very well because of the face scan technology. Unfortunately, that face scan technology was the downfall of the studio which was behind this game, which was Team Bondi. They went bankrupt after the game was finished, and I'm not sure if Rockstar has any plans to make a second game or so. Most likely not. So yeah, if you like detective and thriller games, give it a go. Absolutely fantastic game. The only thing I did like about this game was the fact that the city was a ghost town, and the game is more of a linear experience. So you follow the case, and then you finish it. You know, if you're going from point A to point B with the car, you cannot just enter any buildings. You have no side activities. There are barely any pedestrians walking around the city. It's really a ghost town. So this is just focusing on a story, you know, being a detective. But like I said, it's a fantastic game, and I really enjoy it. This is the PS4 version, and it gives you like a 4K resolution. Sadly, no 60 FPS, but it has all the DLCs. So, yep, LA Noire. I have some good amount of PlayStation 5 stuff, and the first game, or it's not really a game, but well, let me explain. It's the Firefly edition from The Last of Us Part 1, but this is the Steam version. I got this game offered from someone for a really good price, only 65 or so, I believe. And I was like, well, I either buy it now or never, because the PS5 Firefly edition has a high resale value. It goes around about like $300. Now the resale value was usually 150, and after they released the Part 2 remaster, the WLF edition, all of a sudden it went from 150 to nearly $300. It's crazy, and I will surely not spend so much money on that. So I got myself the Steam version, which is okay. It has the steelbook, which is also the same steelbook as the PS5 version. And my plan was just to put my disc inside, which I did. The Steam code is not used, by the way, so I might even can use it still. So my plan was to put the steelbook on my PS5 shelf and pretend that I have the PS5 version, and nobody's gonna notice because it's the same steelbook. And the comic books are also still inside. I mean, I can eventually show you because they are really cool. So I got like a few comic books from the American Dream series. Look how Ellie looks here. So yeah, just a few pages. Yeah, alright. Firefly edition of The Last of Us Part 1. Next game, I should have actually get the PC version. It's Baldur's Gate 3. It's the deluxe edition. I totally forgot that I had this thing pre-ordered until I got like 2 months ago a notification that they had some distribution issues for the console versions, because they needed to print, like, I believe the Xbox version has like 3 discs or so, and the PS5 I believe 2 or only 1. I don't know. But the PC version was distributed early because it has only a code inside. So yeah, I have finished this game already. It took me like 120 hours. I think it's an amazing experience when it comes to story, side characters, quests, soundtrack. I would say this is a 10 out of 10 game for sure. When it comes to the combat system, this is where I had some serious issues with the game, and in my opinion, I think the PS5 version is just not really well optimized. There is a lot of issues in the game. During my 120-hour playthrough, I experienced a lot of bugs, a lot of glitches. The game was patched 2 times during my playthrough, and the most annoying thing, however, stayed, and that was the fact that when a battle started, during the combat phase, when you get overwhelmed by enemies, and trust me, you will get overwhelmed by enemies in this game. When you have like 15 or 20 enemies on screen, after the third or fourth enemy, does his turn, the next enemies will just stand there for like 30 to 40 seconds and do nothing. Now, on one side, it's actually come in handy because you're getting less damage, but on the other side, it takes forever till this entire turn is finished, because they will just stand there for 30-40 seconds, and it can take up to 15-20 minutes till you reach your turn again. And that was really annoying, especially during the end game phase, where you were having so many enemies on screen. You were getting ambushed left and right, and it took me like sometimes nearly 30 minutes before I could go on again with my turn, and I really hated it. And when I did some magic or some attacks and I missed, it was extra frustrating, because I know the next turn is gonna take longer now. So yeah, a lot of frustrating moments, but the game was a really good experience. It has also a lot of replay value, because when you finish the game and you restart the game with one of those original cast characters, they have extra dialogue options and extra cutscenes. It's just like playing the game from a different perspective. Like I said, fantastic game, but on the PS5 it has a lot of issues, so I'm not sure if I would recommend the PS5 version, or probably on PC. So yeah, the deluxe edition costed me $80, and I think the price is definitely okay. Oh yeah, it has 2 discs, but it's sold out, I believe. The resale value on eBay is, I think, $150. Would I recommend it? I don't know. It's up to you if you think the game is worth that much, or at least the physical version. If you want to have an alternative physical version, you can grab the Japanese version, which has nudity censorship, but it costs only like $69.99, or maybe less use if you find it on eBay. But the gore and the blood and the violence is still in the game. It's just nudity censorship. So if it's okay for you to play a D&D game without B's and D's, go for it. Like I said, it's a fantastic game, and I recommend it through and through. Just like PS5 version is kind of messed up, and I highly suggest to bring some patience and make sure to save multiple times, because you will need it with this game, especially on PS5. Next game is called Yohan Numasu in the Mirage. This is a deck building RPG game. I just tried this out because I wanted to have a new fresh wind in the RPG, and it sounds really interesting. I never played any of those deck building RPG games, and I tried this one out. I'm not gonna talk much about the game because there's a free demo available. So if you wanna experience a new fresh wind in the RPG, give it a go. If I would recommend it or not, it's up to you. Play the free demo and decide for yourself. Yep. 2K23. I just bought this because of the cover art, I must admit. I found this game used in one of my retail stores, and I wanted to buy 2K24 used, but the used version of 2K24 costs at the moment $50, and that is like too much money, and brand new $80. And I think sealed or brand new you can buy it online cheaper. But yeah, I checked out his shovelware area, and he had this game for $12.99. I asked, hey, can I get this game maybe for $10? And he said yes, so I got this game for $10. And like I said, I like the cover art. I am an Attitude Era kid through and through, but you can't deny how cool this looks with John Cena and the US Championship belt. So, yep. Alright, then from Amazon, I bought 2 games. The first game was kind of on sale. It's FC24, and that's an abomination of a video game and straight an insult to the sports. But the reason I bought it is because a few friends have kind of like a pro club thing going on, and I'm part of it, and they're kind of forcing me to play it. So yeah, but this time I said I'm only gonna get the game if it's cheaper, and I bought it on Amazon. It's currently on sale for 25, and that is the only reason I bought it, because last year I bought FIFA 23 on release, and I hate the game. And this game is, like I said, it's just ugly as hell. Gameplay is trash. Like, don't buy it. But yeah, but I had the Ultras Deluxe Edition for the PS5, and this one has a bunch of digital stuff and art cards, some goodies in the game. And so yeah, I just bought it because I thought the game looked actually pretty cool. I only play for around half an hour, so I need to really get into the game. But like, yeah, you can say if you're looking for an interesting side scroller, give it a go. It is fun so far, you know. I would prefer the Nintendo Switch version of this game, because I like those kind of games more for Nintendo Switch. But yeah, decide to go for the PS5, because I believe physically there's only available for PS5 right now. Yeah, anyhow, so Ultras. Alright, and that is it already. Those are my pickups for this month. Let me know in the comment section what you think, and also don't forget to like and subscribe for more collection of videos. Thank you and bye. Alright guys, I think it's time to try out this underrated, obscure hidden gem that nobody heard of. So, let me put this in the console. It's not 1998. Let's have a clean boot, shall we? Ooh.
Story select.
Man, I haven't played this game for ages, man. So let's see how I'm doing. I know you can do some tricks right now.
Attention all units. Suspect seen heading south. Block all major roads and capture the suspect. Bring the animals into chow water, and all chow will be happy. Here we go.
I mean,
Too easy. Piece of cake.
not bad, right? I mean, beef or not bad. And we got a credit.